Howdy, y'all. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. What we have here is a channel to communicate. I want you folks to be thinking by the time you leave my videos. Why? Because I'm tired of people talking via what other people tell them to think. So, watch my video and enjoy the chance to think for yourself. Oh, and if you don't mind, like, subscribe, comment. And I've got a link tree down below that's got my social media, and it has my Patreon if you want to help out. Thank y'all. So this is kind of a funny story, but it's also sad and idiotic at the same time. Cops that were part of the street crimes unit in Louisville, Texas police department ended up causing a scandal when it was found that they went too far in a brothel that they were investigating. While there's no talk of sex occurring, it was just heavy petting, I guess, it was still bad enough that all 23 cases were dropped by the district attorney of Denton County, and all police were punished. This is becoming another example for those who are tired of police going after prostitution, as they see those who choose to do it as part of a victimless crime. See, that's just it. It pretty much is, as long as the girls are not trafficked. Let's get it out there. As long as the girls are not trafficked, it is a victimless crime. There are so many other crimes that we should be investigating. Now, if it was a sex ring where these girls were being brought in from outside the country illegally and all that, okay, fine. But if these girls were in the country legally, or if are citizens of the United States, really? That's what you're wasting your money on? And it looks like it was a really big waste of money. At the same time, there's also a problem where situations like this show that even if the cops were not on the take or having sex, they still went too far in their actions. It comes from the fact that there is a historical trend where cops and prostitutes is not a good mixture, and they really aren't. This is a case of cops most likely not fully breaking the law, but ending up in such a questionable situation that it becomes internet fodder for people like me. I mean, seriously, it does. So let's get into what all occurred. Okay, to let y'all know, I've got a Substack down below that you can do your own research. There's only a couple of articles. One's Yahoo, it's of the Reason article, and the other is from CBSnews.com in Texas. Here's what CBS in Texas had to say. Louisville Police Chief Brooke Rollins said that in October 2022, the former street crimes unit it was assigned to uncover alleged prostitution at 9 massage parlors in the city, as well as one in neighboring Flower Mound. The operation lasted until June 2024. Good Lord. Resulting in 32 criminal charges against 28 suspects. However, the Denton County District Attorney's Office told Rollins that they wouldn't be able to prosecute any of the 23 cases because the undercover officers had engaged in inappropriate physical contact with suspected prostitutes. Louisville PD launched an internal affairs investigation based on the DA's finding, which confirmed that the alleged inappropriate actions as well as alleged violations of the department's directives and protocols. As the investigation revealed, nobody appears to have believed they were engaging in misconduct, Chief Rollins said. I think the officers were acting with the best of intentions. Unfortunately, the intentions were not what the original training sets out to teach, and also what the guidelines that we put in place for how these investigations should be conducted should happen. While the investigation may never be fully out in the open, but it shows the dangers of investigating this crime. It bolsters the argument that this is not a crime that should be one, unless the women are trafficked. All of this is a waste of money for the taxpayers of the people of Louisville. I mean, seriously, you take a look at, there were 23 cases that were going to be brought. That takes time, takes energy. This was being investigated from October 2022 to June 2024. So a little over a year and a half, 32 criminal charges against 28 suspects. All that money. All of that wasted. So when it comes to punishment, the repercussions of what happened has been severe. Two of the sergeants and one officer was fired. A captain was demoted. Two sergeants and five officers were suspended without pay. Two officers were given counseling entries. Hopefully, that's something far more severe than it sounds. Several officers were reassigned to other areas of the police department. Now, this is an 182 officer police department, counting the captains, sergeants, and all those. So having to move around these folks is probably kind of a headache, not to mention it sounds like they got rid of the street crimes unit that was involved with this. Or if they didn't, it's quite changed. One has to wonder is how Louisville PD will change with their training, as this has to be having the previous method to be questioned. If these police honestly believe that they were doing nothing wrong, it makes undercover cops and their actions even more questionable. Just imagine what is happening to the police who are undercover and have their life at risk. This is an issue that normal folks need to think about. Because you take a look at how many people were punished and what all kind of changes had to be done. There's a lot of taxpayer money involved in all this. It comes down to this. Police need to examine their priorities. And this is one of those areas that need to be examined. Were these investigations because of prostitution, or were they investigations because they were trying to find out if these women were trafficked or were kidnapped in any way, shape, or form? Seriously, that needs to be examined. If it's just for prostitution, look at how much money was wasted for nothing. Seriously, nothing happened to the folks that were arrested. The only people that were punished were the cops and the taxpayers. Taxpayers were punished because look at how much money there was wasted. We need to get to the point where priorities. Am I saying that I'm going to go out and hook up with the prostitute? No. I'm not even, no. That's just no. But what in the world, folks? Seriously? Inappropriate touching. So there was heavy petting going on. Okay. When we think of undercover police action, we're thinking, hey, they could be in danger. Not in danger of cheating on their wives and girlfriends. I don't know. If you're from Texas, I want to hear from you. Heck, if you've got an idea about this, because I seriously want to hear what y'all think. I'm thinking it turned into a massive waste of money for a crime that if they weren't investigating women that were trafficked, then why are we investigating it? Seriously, folks. What would have happened if all these people were convicted? That seriously needs to be what needs to be examined here. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all think about this now. Bye.
Folks, I just want to say thank you for listening. I want to thank you for taking your time. I want to hear what your comments are about what you think on this topic, because your comments are what's important, not necessarily mine. I don't care if you're Republican. I don't care if you're conservative. I don't care if you're liberal. I don't care if you're Democrat. I want to hear your opinion on these topics. I want to thank you yet again for listening to my video. Like, subscribe, and all that other hoopla. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.